up here.
Okay. So we're officially Facebook Live right
We're
now.
official.
We're here at Desire Tattoo, gonna get a fresh start tattoo.
Little like a spa treatment.
Yeah, this is my version of a spa treatment.
Some leg shaving.
That's right. Nothing like a barber getting his leg shaved.
Don't judge how we do it.
Are you getting the words too, Dave?
No. Maybe next year we'll do that.
Little addition.
Yeah, exactly. This will just be
Come back,
this
eh?
will be my fresh start leg sleeve. I'll be getting done.
Sounds good. It's always nice when you can come in and let us do it for you, and then that way
Yeah.
it's nicely done. There's no little cuts and
I'm gonna
nicks and
actually
razor
just
burn and
I'm
things
gonna
like that.
I'm gonna just start coming here to get my leg shaved.
Hey, I think I do a good
Is,
job.
do you guys offer that?
Oh,
It's like tattoo, leg shave.
We'll have to work something out.
Okay.
Yeah. Make sure we got enough space here. Oh, you're just gonna want to shave your legs all the time now.
I think I will. That's looking
Right,
pretty
look at
good.
this.
That's looking pretty smooth.
That's nice.
He's streamlined.
Oh,
It
yes.
it looks kind of interesting just because I'm a kind of a hairy dude, so it looks like I'm wearing like 2 pairs of shorts right now. It's like my normal shorts and my hair shorts and a
Right.
shaved leg.
So we're gonna put the stencil on. So what I need you to do is
Okay.
stand so I can get it.
Stand?
used.
Okay.
Yes, please. Okay, so what we're gonna do is you're gonna stand like this, so toes forward.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect. Alright, so let's just pass the broom.
Okay.
So, move the shorts a little bit. Yeah, not too far. Move
Not too
closer
far.
together,
Okay.
yeah. One in one go. Very
Sweet.
nice, very nice.
Awesome.
Yes. All right, so
Cool.
you want to go check it out in the mirror? Yeah,
Okay.
take a walk over the mirror, have a look, make sure that it's at a good spot that you like. If you gotta wear it for the rest of your life.
I do. Yeah, no, that's what I thought.
Oh, look.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a great spot.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Awesome. Come on back over.
Okay.
All right, so pop up there. And at this point, it is sanitary. Do not touch it with your hands, please.
Okay.
Thank you. I do try to remind everybody to not touch their tattoos with their hands, because even though it's like, ooh, new,
Yeah.
please don't.
No.
Alright.
Just tell me when you want to go, Kendall. We can.
Okay. Is it okay if we kill the music for just
Yeah,
a few minutes?
absolutely.
I've got a nice quiet machine too.
Oh, that is quiet.
No, it's fine. The machine in the background's good.
Okay. All right. Just want to get this ready to go. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
All
Let's do
right,
it.
go.
Fair warning, if you cry, I'm gonna film you.
She totally will.
Oh, I bet.
She will.
So Dave, why did you decide to go for a fresh start tattoo?
Fresh Start Tattoo, I love the logo that my friend Dale designed for me a couple years ago. I just thought this would be a fun way to do the kickoff for Fresh Start, where we're looking for donations right here at Desire Tattoos, and it'll be fun, hopefully.
Yeah. How many years have you done fresh start now?
This is the 6th year now. It seems to just be flying right by, but every year it just changes and morphs, and we're able to help more kids, so it's just awesome. It's great that the community really comes together to donate. We wouldn't be anything without the community donating all the supplies, so it's awesome.
Is the tattoo a sign that this is going to be a permanent fundraiser going forward?
Very much so. We're aiming to go for
1,
it.
2, 3.
Let's do it. That's fine. That's fine.
Little spicy for you?
No, it's
Just
fine.
wait till it gets to the back of the
Yeah, exactly.
back of the thigh. Then
No, it's okay. Yeah, Fresh Start very much. We're looking at to taking the steps to actually make it a legit charity with all that stuff. By far, this is something that I plan to do the rest of my life and help out the community. And what's a better way than having that tattooed on my body? So yeah, it'll be fun.
How many kids has Fresh Start helped now in the 6 years that it's been running? Do you have a sense? Or
Hundreds, every year you have 100, 120 maybe around there. It's different this year since we won't be actually doing the haircut portion of it. You'll be able to sign up online, and we'll be delivering the backpacks and school supplies right to their door. So it will be different, but it has been great to see those kids come back every year, talking to those families, getting to know those kids, hearing them read to me and drawing pictures and stuff. It's been amazing.
and for the people who don't know what Fresh Start's all about, just what's the idea of Fresh Start in a nutshell?
Fresh Start started where we came up with the idea that kids could come and read me a story or draw me a picture, and they get a free back to school haircut, and then we give them a backpack filled with school supplies and some clothes and some books and all kinds of things to help them start the new school year.
Yeah. And have you seen the number of kids accessing this program increase, decrease, or stay about the same?
It seems to increase. You start to get messages from people as far away as California. We had someone who wanted help all over the island, and often if we have excess, we will deliver it to teachers that I know in other communities in Port Alberni, in Duncan, places like that. But this year in particular, I just think that there's so many people that are losing their jobs because of COVID, not a lot of people working, and because of that, you're seeing more and more people need this to have that help. I have 3 kids. I know how expensive it is for kids to go back to school. It's a lot of money. So when money is tight, which it seems to be right now, I think the amount of kids we're going to be helping this year we might even beat the record. I'm not sure.
Okay. And just how have things changed in light of COVID?
For Fresh Start.
Yeah.
So,
Like, are you guys?
So we talked months ago when COVID first kind of struck, and with the hairstylist and my team of people, and we kind of thought we're not going to be able to do it this year. It's not going to be able to happen because you have hundreds of people coming through my barber shop. That's not going to work. So in the back of my head, I thought, we're going to be able to do something. So then kind of when I went back to work, kind of thinking about it, well, let's still do it. Let's do it where we collect the backpacks, collect the school supplies, and it morphed and changed. At one point, we were going to have a spot where kids could come and pick it up, but then we thought that's not the best with social distancing, so let's deliver it. Let's deliver it right to their door. So there's a sign-up sheet on our Facebook page, and families can sign up, and on the 29th, we'll go and deliver the stuff right to their door.
Okay. Anything else you want to get up there, Sid?
No.
Okay.
No.
Feeling painful yet?
No, it's not too bad. Since I've had tattoos before, it's not too bad. It's only when it takes when you're going for a long time, like 3 hours, and then it's like, okay, this is enough. But, yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, man.
Also, I'm really gentle and light-handed, right?
No, you are. So,
I'm just teasing.
no, like that's the thing. I had most of my tattoos done by Nathan Chapman, who he would come in, and we had a great deal where he would come in and get free haircuts, and then once a year I'd go in for a tattoo. That'd be about 3 hours maybe, and he was really one of the only guys who to tattoo me, but for maybe one or two very early ones I got when I was about 18. But that's what I found, is that he is pretty heavy-handed and would really he grabs your arm and you're not going anywhere. And yeah. And then when I had Julie do the one for my mom's memorial tattoo, she's holding my arm and she's so I'm like, oh, this is so different. Like, you have the pain of getting a tattoo, but it's not like my whole arm doesn't hurt, so.
I feel like that's fairly typical of male tattooers versus female tattooers.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
I mean, that females generally tend to have a lighter touch.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that heavy-handed is worse off
Yeah.
or anything like that. It's
Yeah.
just how they've been taught and what they do, and
Yeah.
it works for them, and
Yeah.
that's how they do it.
Yeah.
Yep, both great tattooers.
Yeah. Well, the first tattoo I got when I was 18 was Gypsy Pete back in the day. Yeah.
And a horrible story.
I could imagine. I
Being a
could
young adult
imagine.
going into ask for tattoos, it's just a shock.
Yes, I could imagine.
Part of the reason why I started tattooing and doing it the way I do it was
Yeah.
watching Gypsy and the
Yeah.
stuff that he did. And
Yeah.
not wanting to perpetrate that.
Yeah, no kidding. Yep. Yeah.
There's some really talented artists on the island.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan is quite talented. There are quite a few studios out there. I would actually just love to go in and visit a few people and just watch what they're doing.
We're actually really lucky on the island, considering how many amazing tattooers we have in such a tiny area too.
Yeah.
It's most of the time when we've got such a small area, there's a congregation of really crappy tattooers, but we really lucked out on the island, and we have amazing tattooers all the way from Victoria straight up to the tip of the island.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome.
We're like this little paradise.
Yeah.
Did we, what are you hoping for from people right now?
So we're just looking for backpacks and school supplies is the big thing right now. So.
Cash donations are good too.
Yeah.
We prefer supplies.
Yeah, I mean, it's great when we get cash donations, because we kind of look at right before the event, we kind of look at what we're missing. Like, we need more of this, so we'll go to the store, and it's disappointing because I guess we can't really do clothes this year, and that's what I mean, especially last year. Last year we went and bought, I think, $1,000 worth of winter coats and boots and stuff for kids, and that was awesome. But I guess with COVID and everything, we can't really do clothes this year, so that's disappointing. But then that's the thing, is we'll have some really loaded up backpacks, I think, with all kinds of stuff, and we love to get gift certificates for certain even just grocery stores and stuff to put in there to help out. So,
Heck yeah,
yeah.
heck yeah.
And Panago Pizza donated 200 pizza coupons, and then Burnt Honey Ice Cream donated 200 ice cream cone coupons too. So, that's good.
I'd love to see kids around here learning how to grow their own food and
Yeah.
like start their own plants and stuff.
Yeah.
Like have a little plant starter for
Yeah.
backpacks or something cool
Totally.
like
Well, just books. I mean, that's how it all started, was that friends of mine saw this story that went viral where it was this barber was giving away free haircuts to kids if they read to him. So they were like, oh, you should do that, you should do that. And it was at a time where a friend of mine was volunteering at the 710 Club, and he started talking to me about how he goes, oh, it's not just homeless people that go there. And I 100% believe that that's all it was. Homeless people go there get breakfast. So that's what it was. He goes, it's families, it's kids. He goes, the amount of child poverty in this town is crazy. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that.
I can attest to that because I was one of the kids that used to go to the Salvation Army on my way home from school to get bread for the family.
Oh, really? Wow.
Absolutely.
So then it just kind of struck me where the friends kept hounding me like, you should do that, the haircut idea where kids read to you. And I said, well, fine, let's do that. But then let's also collect school supplies and backpacks and all these things to help out these families that are in need. And they said, yeah, that's a great idea. So we started doing it. The first year we threw it together in 3 weeks, I think we put it together. And then that year, the hairstylist that was going to come help, she bailed. Like, I'm setting up a station for her in my barbershop, and it's like an hour before, and she's not there. And we're like, where is she? And she just stops answering her phone. And then I was so petrified because it's the first year we're doing it. And it just sucked. It was so bad. I'm like, I don't know how to cut girls' hair. I'm like, I can do trims, I can do bangs. Like, I can't do anything fancy. And they were all fine with that. But it was stressful. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. From my understanding, she's been a great help for you.
Oh, she's amazing. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kendall. Thanks for coming, man. Yeah, you too.
Oh, definitely work for you.
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
You're good?
I'm good.
Okay. No problem.
Thanks, Kendall.
See you.
Yeah, Carly was, it was just too short notice. Like, she already had things booked the first year.
Yeah.
But then the next year she came, and we're just like, I realized it's like I did Fresh Start and my beard contest the same year, and she's a judge in that too. And we both just, it's like those are the two things we do together. So it's so funny.
Is it cool I throw some music in, huh?
Yeah.
that. Yeah. You know, when I was a kid, some of my friends didn't really have a lot of money.
Yeah.
And, you know, not that we had much either, you know, it's just, you know, mom and dad both worked, and it's just hard to buy when there's multiple kids in the family. And since I was the littlest of my friends, we would go downtown to the Salvation Army drop box, or donation drop box, whatever it was. And unfortunately, I was the little one that got pushed through the hole, opened the door, and then my friends were able to get clothes for school that way. So, you know, that was so many years ago, but,
Yeah.
you know, when you think about it, when things are tough, times are hard,
Yeah.
kids need to get stuff, and if that's the only way that they're able to get it,
Yeah.
that's just what we did.
Yeah.
And, you know, we didn't take any more than we needed.
Yeah.
We just went in there and was like, okay, well, this is what we're having to choose from.
Well,
I'm really sorry to, you know, where we went to do that, but
Yeah.
we were just kids and we didn't really have an option.
yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like, for me, it's just like I remember growing up with like a single mom and there's so many times where it'd be winter and we'd go to the playground and I would get hot and take off my jacket, and then I would leave it there and forget it. And then we'd get home and she'd be like, where's your jacket? And I forgot it there, and we'd go back and it was already gone. Someone took it. And I just remember, and I remember her crying because she couldn't afford to get me a new winter coat, you know, and it was just brutal. So to me, it's one of those things where these are all things that I wish didn't happen, but I wish that there were more organizations to help out kids. You know, kids shouldn't have to suffer in a lot of these ways, you know. And it's so awesome to talk to teachers and people who are, they come up with all kinds of things. You know, they have money set aside and they'll buy winter coats and boots. And if a kid shows up to school without, they'll give them something. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I worked in school district before, and because I did support for children with special needs.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you, a lot of those teachers, they are forking out their own money to make sure that those kids have
Yeah.
what they need.
Oh yeah,
They
definitely.
really do.
Yeah,
And it was really awesome to see that.
yeah.
How's your leg doing so far?
That's good.
Good. So when you were a kid and you were going to school, what was your favorite, I guess, school supply to buy? Because I did have a favorite.
Did you?
Yes.
You always loved getting like a new lunch kit, or like, I love the old school like pencil cases that looked like a cigar box. Like those are really cool and fun. But all of it, like doing Fresh Start, it's always so funny because it's like you're in and around all these school supplies, and that's the thing is you're just like smelling the crayons and all this stuff, and it just like
Yeah.
brings back so many memories. It's awesome. What was your favorite thing?
Okay, so it's like kind of silly, but I love buying new rulers.
Ah, okay.
So, you know, sometimes you get them with sparkles.
Mhm,
Sometimes you
mhm.
get them where they're just like clear or like really bendy.
Yeah,
I don't know. It was just a weird thing that I like to buy.
yeah,
It was pretty cool.
that's cool.
Yeah. Or a new binder. My brother was really into sports, so he was always really stoked to get a Nike binder or something like that, right? But because I was an artsy kid, I like to get binders that were secondhand and just paint them or draw on them
Yeah,
and make them kind of my own.
that's cool.
Yeah. My dad would bring home old binders that they didn't want anymore, and then I'd color them up, take them to school.
Hmm.
You know, having like comfortable clothes to wear to school too. You know, like having a nice hooded sweatshirt that you feel comfortable in. You know, even just one or two of those.
Hmm.
Comfortable shoes.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like that last year, we got so many winter coats and boots, and it was so awesome to like. I'm stuck inside. The thing that's so interesting about the event is that I'm inside doing all the haircuts, and then I have my team of people outside giving away all the backpacks and school supplies and all that stuff. And it was amazing to see all these racks of clothes that we had collected, and just at the end of it, they were all gone. Everyone took them. It was great.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing tattoos for?
Oh, this is my third year.
Oh, cool.
I
Mm-hmm.
And I just missed home. This is home,
Mhm.
and I grew up in Port Alberni,
Mm-hmm.
and I went to school there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there and a little bit in the Comox Valley as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I just always gravitated towards artistic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And this opportunity to apprentice came up, and I jumped at it.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. You know, and I do miss all of the kids that I worked with.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, my tattoo name, I go by Miss Lisa Tattoo
Mhm.
because all the kids in school called me Miss Lisa.
Oh man, that's awesome.
So I just kind of switched it over into tattooing.
Yeah.
So, it might sound like a silly kind of name, but it
Mhm.
has a meaning for me. So
Yeah.
that's what matters.
That's cool.
It's also fun to tattoo because you get to meet lots of new people.
Yeah.
You know, they'll tell you all their stories, and you know, it's like, oh, what do you do for work? Oh, wow, that's awesome. You know, like you get to learn about things that you know you maybe typically wouldn't.
Yeah, totally.
How long did you want to be a barber for? You
It's
always
weird.
want to do that, or it's something you kind of just were like, oh, this is awesome, I love it.
No, it's one of those things where it's like I've been prepping for it my whole life. Where I have, when I was a kid and I'd get haircuts, barbers would always try to talk me into becoming a barber. And as a kid, I'm like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to be a barber or not. And then finally, when I was 18, I got a really horrible haircut, and I just thought, I bet I could probably pick up the clippers and give a better haircut than that. And then when I was done school, I just looked at what was available at the university, and the barbering program was there, and it was only a year. So I figured if I hate it, it's only a year of my life. So let's go for it. And then when I took it, I just really liked it. It was I just liked the tradition of it, and so many things. Then when I actually got out there and started doing it, it was so awesome because, yeah, just as you said, you get to talk to so many different people and learn so many things from people, and it's fun and it's different, and yeah, it's just great.
Like really nothing feels better than like a nice haircut, you know? Just nice, and you feel nice and sharp.
Yeah.
Just feels good.
That's the thing that I thought was so funny was the first year we did Fresh Start, and the hairdresser who bailed on us, and I had to cut a lot of the little girls' hair. And it's funny because like little boys are very similar to men, where you cut their hair and you show them in the mirror and they go, great, yep, good. They're not too enthusiastic about it. But when you
Yeah.
cut like a little girl's hair and I'd spin around and show them, they were like, oh my God, it's amazing, you know, and you're just like, oh man, you know, and it was such a different reaction. It was great.
Yeah. Yeah, just even getting your bangs trimmed or something feels awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is. It's like you look at Fresh Start, and to me, it's like I always kind of interpret it differently, and get things differently from it. Where it's like, you know, it's a way to get these kids excited about going back to school, where they get a haircut and they get all cleaned up, and then they get a bunch of new stuff and
Oh, yeah.
books to read and all this stuff, right? So,
Oh,
yeah, it's cool. It's cool, eh?
Really cool drawing.
Yeah, I really like it. Yeah.
What was your buddy's name that drew this again?
Dale Scholes. I don't know if he's watching. He was watching earlier, but
Hi, Dale. This
Hey,
is
Dale.
awesome.
mad props to Dale.
Yeah, props.
Yeah, Dale does all my so I do a beard competition variety show, and he does all the posters for that, and they're just really
awesome.
amazing posters. They're awesome. Such awesome artwork.
I told my daughter to watch too. So,
Sweet.
hi, Kat. Mommy loves you.
How old is she?
She's 16.
Oh, wow.
And she is looking forward to going back to school as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, get me out of this house. No, she is enjoying the summer though.
Yeah.
It is nice and hot out there.
Yeah, it's scorching out there.
Everybody needs to make sure they got sunscreen and hats on because yesterday was a scorcher.
Yeah, it was.
Oh. Sometimes I go quiet all of a sudden. I'm just like, focus.
Yeah.
If I'm not talking to you, it's not because I don't want to talk to you.
It's fine. I used to, when I remember I was in school, and this guy that was kind of by me, he'd walk around the corner and I was cutting hair, and then he would start to say something and just stop, and then I'd be like, what is it? And he's like, nothing. I can just tell from your eyes you're like in the zone right now. And I'm like, yep, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes Des has to be like, Lisa, look at my eyes. Look at my eyes, Lisa. I'm like, I hear you. I hear you. It's so nice that this is a nice quiet machine.
Yeah.
I do actually really enjoy hearing the old school coils.
The big loud ones, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of artists use those.
Yeah.
I use this one just because it's, it's nice and light.
Yeah.
And, you don't hear that sound in your ear the entire time.
Yeah.
But I do have coil machines.
I have since I've been a barber for 20 years now, and I've used lots of different types of clippers and things, and I have this big powerful pair that's very loud, and it works great. It's super sharp and it's awesome, but it's one of those things where I don't necessarily use it, especially when I have the older customers, because it's just too loud, the quieter ones and stuff. But it's funny because when my shop was broken into a while ago, and this company sent me all these free clippers and all that stuff, and it was awesome. But some of them are cordless ones, and cordless ones are ones I always kind of shy away from because they eventually lose their power, and you have to keep them plugged in, and kind of what's the point? And there's all these people who swear up and down by them, but that's the thing is I've had them for less than 6 months, and they're already starting to be like that. So that's funny. You just kind of become, once you do it for a long time, you start to become an expert on all this stuff.
Right. Yeah. I'm working on my way to becoming an expert.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing that crossed my mind was, are there barber conventions? Like I know that there are for hairdressers who do like really wild styles and stuff, or like I do know that there are like beard growing
Yes.
competitions and things like that.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know, like that's the thing, like for me, like I really try to, I'm just so old school, like I don't want, like there's such a new wave of barbershops these days with like hipsters and all this stuff like that, but they always gravitate towards like the flashy stuff that don't have much substance,
Right.
So that's where I kind of shy away from all that. There probably is some weird barbershop convention or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, there's a place for everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Can I get anything for you?
Nah, I'm good, thanks. Yeah.
Awesome.
Feed me coffee.
I could definitely go get you one so it's nice and cold by the time you're done.
That would be what I usually do.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't think most tattooers have ever had a hot coffee while they're at work.
No, I do for like a couple of minutes. Like I'll go outside and I'll be like, oh, drink.
The first sip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the first sip or first couple sips, and then it's like, oh, client's here. Okay, time to go in. Like rush in the door.
Heck yeah.
Get your brain in order.
I'm sure that's probably the same as barbers and hairdressers as well too.
Oh, totally.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Totally.
Cold coffee the norm.
Yeah.
You're not crying yet, Dave. I'm disappointed.
No, it's not too bad.
How am I supposed to film you crying? You're not crying.
It's one of those things where it's fine, and then it's like the color. The color is where it's like,
A little
okay,
spicier.
this is getting there.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I would say like, as far as, painful areas and stuff, it really just depends on the person. But
Mm-hmm.
for me, I would definitely say that when Kara tattooed my fingers,
Yeah, fingers suck.
Mm.
the fingers kind of sucked, especially when it was really close to my nail bed. It's like I have little dots on my pinky fingers right here, little star and moon.
Yeah. Kara
And,
told me that she wanted me to die when I did that for her.
Yeah. And I think I told her the same thing.
Yeah. It's not a fun spot.
It's
not
like-
a little bench.
Yeah.
Kath is
If we
kind of a nice
censored me,
place.
it would be like beep, 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 beep,
Yeah.
beep, 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 the entire time. Yeah. So my apologies to anyone who tattoos me in the future.
Well, just wait until you tattoo Kara. You'll see.
Oh, yeah. That's all right. It's like, we do the art. That does not mean we like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because we do it does not mean that we are pain free.
Did anyone drop off any donations, Des, or no? No? Dang.
Not yet. Just the ones that I left.
So it's Kim, right?
Yeah.
Kim that's outside?
Yep.
Yeah. I have to say people's names over and over and over and over. You meet a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, what did I tattoo on you again?
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes. And then it all floods back, right?
I'm horrible with names, and that's the one good thing about my reservation system at work now is that people have to put their names in, so I actually can put names and faces together now, so it's awesome.
It is just really hard to remember. So like people
Yeah.
say hi to me downtown or whatever, and I'm just like, oh hey, and then also, oh, what's your name again? And,
Yeah.
And I do really, I love all of my clients. It's not
Yeah.
like I don't want to know what your name is. I
Yeah.
do. I just.
I get called the wrong name often. There's one guy who calls me, what are my names? I get called Brian, Gary sometimes. And sometimes I'll correct them. Like I often will. I'll say, no, it's Dave. And they go, oh yeah, that's right. But then they come in the next time. It's like, hey Brian, how's it going? And I'm like, it's fine. I'm good.
Yep, I definitely have had that happen. I think it's, people don't tend to pay attention to who their tattoo artist is, and well, even barbers as well too sometimes, obviously. But like, we get people calling Lisa Cara and Cara Lisa, and like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, so much.
yeah.
So much. Yeah.
I think somebody called Cara Carol or Karen one time,
Mm.
and she's like, no. I am Cara. I am not a Karen.
Not a Karen. Or is she? Teasing, Karen. If she's here, she's like, shut up, Lisa. No, like I tattooed, this really lovely girl, and her name was Sarah, and I called her Julie, and I was like, I don't know why I called you Julie, but you look like a Julie,
Yeah.
so you're Julie now. Sorry. So if Julie is watching, say, hey girl. Alright, we're getting close to the line work being all finished up here.
Sweet.
You're like, yes. I love the little faces in these.
Yeah, it's
They're
pretty cool.
adorable.
Yeah.
They are
The little kid
adorable.
book is hilarious.
Dale did such a good job of that.
Yeah, I can't. I'm trying to. My son was asking me about it, and like Dale and I work so well together because he's done all the Beardorama posters, and I'll have like tons of input where I'm like, okay, I want to have a pirate and a lumberjack fighting over the vault, and he's like, okay, and or I'm like a bearded lady, and the bearded lady one was hilarious because Dale like didn't. He like Googled bearded lady, and it was like all like old school circus freaks. He's like, I don't know, Dave, I don't know if I want to do this. I'm like, no. I'm like, picture like a burlesque dancer with a beard. He's like, oh, okay, and like totally got him going in the right direction. So I can't even remember, like, I don't know if I had this idea for it and then he did it, or this is just all his inspiration. I can't even remember, but it's been awesome, and it's so cool. We had shirts made last year, so they have the logo on it, and
Cute as
Yeah.
all get out. For
Yeah.
sure. You did a great job.
yeah.
I mean, it's a fabulous artist anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like the logo. It works so good.
Yeah.
How old were you when you got your first tattoo?
I was 18.
Oh, good for you for waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
It
doesn't
was,
happen
it
often.
was, but back then it was kind of like you didn't see a lot of people younger than, unless they did like the home tattoo kind of thing. But I waited, and yeah, it was interesting. It was fun. But like both of them, like my first 2 tattoos, I both have covered over now. It was just one of those things where it's like, I didn't necessarily want to do the one, but it was kind of like getting stuff done, and it was like, we can cover it up.
I'm getting my first tattoo laser lightning.
How was that, having it lasered?
You know what? I do prefer numbing cream. Quite a bit.
Yep.
Yeah. But no, it's like really not bad, and it's so fast. It's just I think the sound, because it's like a ticking sound, kind of like, like tick tick tick, and I think that's what like weirded me out at first.
Yeah.
But then once we actually got going, I already got a second session, and I was doing my chest tattoo, and then I have a little one on my arm. So, to be honest, like it's not even bad.
Yeah.
People just freak themselves out.
Yeah.
So.
And it's way more reasonable nowadays than it used to be. It used
Oh,
to
good.
be super expensive.
Okay.
And it was not super, it costs money, obviously,
Yeah.
but it's not expensive
Oh, cool.
previously.
Yeah.
That's good.
Most places will charge $200 for a minimum session, whereas we charge $50 for a
Oh, wow.
minimum session for lasering.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Being a tattoo artist for so many years and understanding the cost that's involved in it,
Yeah.
I wanted to make it more reasonable for
Yeah.
people, and I hope that I'm doing that,
Yeah.
obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and people get their tattoos lasered for lots of different reasons, right? You grow out of something that you thought was cool when you were like 18, or you're, something that you had just, it didn't mean the same anymore, or, let's say you broke up with somebody and
Yeah.
you got their name, and,
Yeah.
they told you probably shouldn't do that, but you did it anyway.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff can, is typically the reason.
Yeah.
If you want me to show the tattoo from a different angle, Dave, just let me know.
Sure. I was taking full advantage of swimming yesterday, though, because I was like in the pool with my kids, and then suddenly I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do this for a while. I was like, oh man.
So true.
Yep.
So true.
I saw, I didn't realize how, especially with swimming in pools, because all the chemicals and stuff, but I saw a tattoo once of the guy went swimming like quite quickly after he got a tattoo, and just how bunged up it looked. It was shocking. I was like, oh man.
It's not
brutal.
only that, it's bad because you can get bacteria in it, but also because when you're in the water, your body absorbs water. What you can get is water damage around your tattoo. And
okay.
it's this like gray haze that stays around your tattoo that never goes away.
Oh, terrible.
Yeah.
It's awful.
That sucks.
Yeah, I've seen the haze a couple times.
But if you do have that haze, 1 or 2 laser sessions gets rid of it.
There you go.
What?
There you go.
There you go. That's right. That's right.
Brandy, one of our tattoo artists, got tattooed by a tattooer in town, and the tattooer in town is wonderful. It's nothing that she did, but her tattoo had a gray haze around it, and it wasn't from her swimming or anything like that. She doesn't know what happened to it. I lasered her once, and it's basically all gone.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
so close to the color.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I pull out the big mag.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Nah, you'll be okay.
Yeah, I think the one that probably, well, no, the two that hurt me the most, I have one right on like the inside of my elbow. That was really painful. And then I got my daughter's name and handprint and then a bunch of poppies and stuff around it. That's like on the inside of my arm going up towards my armpit. That was a tender spot for sure.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe people were complaining about Russ's mural. That thing's freaking gorgeous.
They're freaking out. It's
Which mural?
it's
Did I miss something?
it's down by the
Hub City Walls did an event where there's a bunch of, 3 different artists did a bunch of murals.
Oh, yes, I did see that. That is rad.
Right?
That is rad.
Well,
yes.
City Council's getting complaints about it, so we need to email the mayor and tell him that it's ridiculous, because it's beautiful.
we
You know what? I'd much rather see that than, really unskilled people trying to use tags
yeah.
and tagging things with spray paint that they have no skill and it looks like garbage.
Yeah.
I'm also super over all the freaking whale and sea otter are everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm not over that. I still do like that.
We live on the West Coast, it's everywhere. Let's do something different that we don't see every day.
Yeah. No, his is so bright and colorful, and like that's where I park when I go to work.
Yeah.
And so I saw it come along, and I would take my kids, and we'd see it kind of go up in stages. And he did it so fast, like it was a week, and he was done. I was like, holy cow! But yeah, people are freaking out about it, and we kind of came to his defense a lot too, because it was like this weird, like people are, I don't know. For me, it's just because I'm familiar with his stuff, and I know what he does, but there's people that are just freaking out about it, and I don't know. It's pretty uncalled for.
Absolutely.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, art is all up to the viewer.
Yeah.
And it's how you perceive it. And
Yeah.
art is supposed to, as far as I understand, supposed to evoke some kind of emotion.
Yeah.
Whatever it may be.
Exactly.
So if he's evoking negative stuff,
Yeah.
he's doing his job.
But it also just goes to show where those people's brains are.
So I posted it on Instagram, and it was funny because this one woman that I know, I'm just gonna move my legs.
You can stand up if
Yeah.
you feel like you need to stretch out for a few
Okay.
minutes.
Yeah, this woman freaked out, and she's like, it looks like it's jerking off or da-da-da. And I'm like, you know what?
Oh,
like,
is that where your mind goes?
if you're interpreting that, that's awesome. That's the way you're interpreting that. I'm like, maybe you need to look at why you're thinking that,
Yeah, there's some seriously regressed sexual issues going on
Yeah.
in some people's brains. Yeah, there
Yeah.
is.
That's true. Oh, take a walk. Show them some bugs.
Yeah, it's just my legs numb right now. I'm gonna fall if I stand up.
Yeah.
Come on, leg.
Yeah, if you ever feel dizzy when you're getting tattooed,
Yeah.
yeah, you totally don't want to get up and walk around.
No, just asleep.
Do you want to take your shoe off, stick it underneath there? That could help loosen up your leg a little.
Yeah, maybe. I think it's fine. It's getting there.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Go have a walk around outside or something like that.
I think I'm okay. Yeah.
The outline's all done, so we're good.
Okay.
Let's see. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah, it's gonna be good with color.
So good.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
At least there's a breeze outside for Kim. That's good.
Yes, yes, there is, thankfully.
Oh.
People commenting on there.
Yeah, there's Robin is wanting me to do want me to sing a song and all kinds of stuff, and I'm like, it's not gonna happen today, Robin.
McDonald had 'em.
Yeah.